right, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Today is May, what day is it? 22nd, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do me a favor. If you guys can hear me clearly, go ahead and drop in the chat. Let me know where you guys are chiming in from, what city and state. I see we already have people who are here. And so, welcome, everybody. Hello, Sir Lampkin on YouTube. We have Michelle here as well. Michelle Kane. Oh, Michelle Kane. Hey, Michelle. What's going on? BPC in the house. All right. Let's see. EPTV. Good afternoon. How are you? Welcome, everyone. So, listen, as you guys are coming in, go ahead and let us know what city and state you're chiming in from. And if you are watching us, we are currently streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, all over the place. And we also have a link for our BPC members where you guys can join us behind, like in the backstage, you know what I'm saying? So that you can chat separately. So we have a separate link. If you log into the school community, you should be able to see that link. So make sure to do so. Dakisha, what's going on, Dakisha? Hey, boo. Girl, I've been over here messing with that clog. We about to do a whole workshop. I was just telling Nishika that those who are coming to the mastermind, we're going to do a whole workshop in Atlanta on that Saturday because they missing out. Hello? Okay, so Atlanta suburbs. I have never heard of Atlanta suburbs, but I'm going to work with it, Crystal. We're going to work. Okay, Crystal, you're on the link. Good. You're on the members link. All right. All right. Richmond, Virginia. We have Chicago. Hello, hello. Well, hello, Matt G. How you doing? Antoinette, hello. Raleigh, North Carolina. All right, we have, all right, let's see. Michelle, again, is in South Carolina, Florence, South Carolina. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started, guys, because I want to get straight into this. And all of our BPC members, you guys are on that private link. You will be able to also ask questions. Of course, we're going to try to take questions from everybody, but, of course, priority to those who are actually members. Now, with that stated, if you are not a member, you need to join the community today. All you have to do is go to bookrichprofitsclub.com. You could literally join for free now. Okay, now you can join for free if you are a speaker, a coach, if you are working on your book, you want to learn how to turn your book into business, you want to make sure that you do that. Okay, so join by going to bookrichprofitsclub.com. All right, so I'm going to share my screen, guys, and hopefully you are going to be able to see it. So just let me know. I have a lot of tabs open. Oh, my goodness. All right, let me share the screen. Share, boom, and actually, I'll just do a tab so you guys can just see that one only first for now. All right, so everybody should be able to see my screen. If you can see my screen, just let me know. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. There we go. If you can see the screen, just go ahead and say yes in the chat. Put yes in the chat. You should be able to see the screen as we go over the Book Rich Profits Club community and what you guys can expect. Just go ahead and give me a good yes in the chat. It's a little bit of a delay, so of course I may not see it right away, but just let us know you guys can see it, okay? All right, so I don't know what this is, just giving me some notes. Okay, yes, all right, yes. Waiting to get into the meeting on Google Meet. Yes, there is no Google Meet. I don't know, where did you get a Google Meet invite? Let me make sure y'all didn't get the Google Meet link. Let me update the calendar invite to make sure y'all didn't get a Google Meet link, because it's not Google Meet. It is not that. Okay, yeah, I don't see a Google Meet link, so I don't know who sent that. But it has the link for the back office, and if you want to also find it, you can go into the calendar as well on school. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and turn this off and let's get started. So here we go. Welcome again to our onboarding, guys. This is done every single Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as we grow, guys, we may even add in another date, but this is where we start. And so today we're going to go over the membership tiers, expectations, events that you want to attend, how to get access to the platforms. We're going to introduce you to our team, which you're going to get a chance to meet one of our team members today, best practices and checklists. Now, I'm not going to go over this in full detail, but these are our 4 tiers of membership. Also, just so you know, I'm just going to go ahead and update this right now because this has actually gone up. So those of you guys who locked in at Elite, congratulations, because you are grandfathered in at the price point. But Elite has actually gone up. So member, to be just a member, you can join into the school community for no cost. This does give you access into the community where you can introduce yourself, all the things. Then we have Mastery, which gets you access to our Monday night group coaching sessions. And I know we have some BPC members that are here. Y'all, can y'all go ahead and tell everybody in the chat why they do not want to miss these Monday night group sessions? Now, this Monday is Memorial Day, so we're not going to do a meeting. Now, y'all know me, the old me though, honey. We would have still had the meeting. But my business partner said, Taril, we can't be having a meeting on Memorial Day. So we're not going to have the meeting. We're going to let y'all have off. But these Monday night sessions, honestly, if you were to really rate like what this is worth, I can tell you I was in a 25K program where I paid $25,000 a year and we would only get one session a month, nothing compared to these group sessions. And so I'm just letting y'all know, not that I'm bragging, but these are some of the best group sessions. You get to hear from other members. You get to also hear them share their wins. You get to ask questions. It's literally like having a coaching session every single week. That is worth the investment alone, as well as our course, 5K in 5 days challenge, and then the book writing 101. Elite comes with additional courses, but most importantly, which we are getting ready for, not this weekend, but next weekend, is our quarterly mastermind. Again, I was in a 25K program. This was a different one. And for our 25K program, we had a mastermind that came along with the investment. But as you can see, our mastermind with our elite members is only $7,500 for the year. And so if I was to say one of the best parts of the mastermind is the retreat, the mastermind retreat, but also our software. I'm actually going to be doing a special training next Saturday. Whether you are elite or not, I'm going to open it up to our members first, where I'm only going to be able to accept like 15 seats. But this is a chance for you to learn some of the new advancements with AI and the software to automate your business. And then we have Accelerator, which is our done for you program. If I was to summarize that, essentially, basically, all you got to do is show up and speak. We're going to create a book that's designed to sell. And I'll just tell you, every single person that's in our elite, they already were authors. They just did not have a book that was positioned to market them and their services the right way. We've redone them. We also create all of their funnels. We help to create their programs, all the things. We do their marketing for them for 3 months. That is our accelerator program. Now let's kind of go through this journey. And so there's going to be 5 steps to your onboarding journey here. And depending upon your level of membership would also depend upon what of the steps you're going to be completing. And let me just check to see what y'all said in the chat. What about the Monday calls, right? Okay, come on now. What about these Monday calls? Did y'all put in the chat and let everybody know why they can't miss these Monday calls, right? Powerful and informative. And you get to network. Absolutely, absolutely. Let me see. That's the only one I see so far. So I'm sure I'm waiting on some more to come into the chat and let everybody know why they cannot afford to miss these Monday calls, right? Okay. So let me go back over here. So step 1, once you join into the community, introduce yourself, guys. That's the quickest and best way. And when you introduce yourself, let people know where you're chiming in from, what city and state, what it is, like who you serve, how you help people. That is going to be great. And so you want to do that in the school community and watch how you get a lot of support. Like we're very engaged there. Then number 2, if you are an elite member or an accelerator, you want to log into the software. Make sure you at least are able to log in. And I just want you guys to know you can play around with it. I'm going to show you a couple of things with the software today. Number 3, you want to attend the onboarding meeting. That is what you're doing right now. So if you are a member, then you are checking this off. If you're not, guess what? You get to attend it in advance. So congratulations, you already did it, right? Number 4, if you enrolled into one of our blueprint sessions, right? That means that you get a one-on-one coaching session with one of our coaches. Please get your call scheduled and make sure to come ready to be blown away. If you did not invest into a blueprint session and you are a paid BPC member, you can also get one done for a very small investment as well. And then number 5, attend all events. Never miss an event you're qualified for. And I'm going to show you how to find all the different events and see if you're qualified, and also how to qualify for them, right? Okay. Our expectations is attend all the calls, right? Calls, Zooms, meetings, whatever you want to call it, y'all. I'm going to be honest, y'all. There's going to be days that you're going to wake up and you're probably not going to be in the mood. There are days I wake up and I'm just not in the mood to be on nobody webinar, to be at nobody workshop, to be at nobody, none of that. And then who can relate? Put this in the chat. Let me see. What did Stevie say? Stevie said the Monday call set the tone for the week. Is, girl, come on now. Drop that. Business church. I like that. That is our business church. That's why you do not miss Monday, right? But let me just say this, guys. Put this in the chat if you can relate. How many of y'all ever did not feel like doing something? You didn't feel like doing the thing, and you showed up and went to it. You showed up and went to church or whatever it was. And as a result of going to it, it was so impactful. Let me know in the chat, right? Who can relate to that? Because I know exactly how that feels when I'm just like, I don't feel like it today. And then I show up and I'm so glad that I did it because I actually needed it. And so we just want to encourage you guys to please, 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 please do not miss anything that you are qualified for. Make sure to use the team. Every Monday night, I can't tell you how many times I see people that are on these Monday night calls and then go off and do a podcast interview, but didn't get the proper coaching on how to best position that interview. That is how you use the coach, right? Hey, coach, listen, I got an interview coming up Tuesday. This is my first podcast. I'm not really sure what I should do. Do you have any tips? Right? Hey, listen, I'm doing, like, some of y'all would save so much money too. I'm just gonna let you know. Let me see, Alexis, what Alexis says. She says, I'm a member and will be on my first Monday call after Memorial Day. Yes, yes, yes. Congratulations. If you want to also, Alexis, if you want to schedule a one-on-one session, you can. That is not included. If you are not a member, just so you can understand like what we actually charge for the one-on-one sessions, they do start at 10,000 USD, US dollars, $10,000 for sessions. And that's because if they're not a member, we actually have to give them some homework to set up that call. If you are a member, it is discounted at a rate. So if you are interested in getting that session, we're going to show you how you can contact support to get that done. But yes, so definitely relate. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. 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 Okay. So use the coaches, guys. So like, for example, I was going to say, we could save y'all a lot of money. Like, for example, we had a young lady that was like, I went and spent all this money on doing a book fair. Child, she would have let us know before she just spent that money on that book fair. I would have told her, no, ma'am. I don't know what I don't even remember what she spent, but I would have definitely advised her, if you're going to spend money to be at a book fair, why don't you invest that money to get in front of guaranteed sales that are not just people buying your book? This is why you join the community and leverage the coaches, because the goal is that when you invest into a community, invest into coaches who are looking from a giraffe's eye view, they're here to assist you. But many of us are not using it. Now, the only way that you can ask your questions, you have to raise your hand. And I know for some of us, it's very scary, but unmute ourselves and actually speak in front of everyone. But it's not hard because we are so supportive here, right? Be sure to watch the trainings. Guys, everybody drop a $sign in the chat, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, watching on LinkedIn. Drop a $sign in the chat because we're going to be uploading some new trainings. One of the trainings that we're going to upload is a training that everybody that's coming to the mastermind, we want you to fully plug in. But guess what? Everybody's going to get access to this regardless if you are a member, mastery member, elite, or accelerator. It's going to tell you what you should be doing every single day, as well as building out your seed funnel. This is what helps you to generate 6 to 7 figures. So we're going to be having that training uploaded hopefully by the end of the weekend, but no later than by Monday, guys. And so every member, no matter your tier, you're going to get access to this training. For those who are coming to the mastermind, your homework is to go through that training, to identify what your seed funnel is going to be. Now, hopefully, some of you guys, if you've been with us long enough, you already know what that is. I'm not going to get into details right now explaining all of that because that's not as relevant, but make sure to watch the trainings. Be coachable, respect the team and community. This is not a community like I just give you an example. People join these Facebook groups that are for authors, right? And get into the Facebook group and literally all they do is post their books. That does not make sense. That's like going into, let me give an example. That's like going into a book of a group of hairstylists and telling all the hairstylists, hey, I offer hairstyles if anybody wants to get their hair done. They looking at you like, we do hair too. Why would we pay you if we do it ourselves? And so why am I saying that? Because a lot of people join the communities looking for people to buy their book. Well, you are joining a community of other authors. And so going into a community and simply just spamming your book, that is not how you respect the team and the community. Respecting the team and community kind of looks like this. Hey guys, you go into the school community and say, listen, I've got this event coming up and this is what I plan to do. What is your advice on this? What do y'all think I should do? That's using the community, right? And so thinking that joining the community is going to help you to just make sales from the community, that's a little bit backwards. The goal here is to use the community to help you build collaboration, connection, and if by goodness gracious, you guys are able to get some sales and stuff, what a blessing. But that's not what the community was built for. The community was built to help and teach you guys. Implement quickly. Everybody type this in the chat. Success loves speed. Success loves speed. Some of us will get this information that you learn in the community and take forever to get it done. Just like when we teach you about the 5K in 5 days challenge. It says 5 days for a reason because we want you to make $5,000 in 5 days, not 30, not 7 days, not 14 days. Use that training to get to the $5,000 in 5 days, right? Does that make sense? So yes, success loves speed. Type that in the chat. Type that in the chat. And then stay positive. Can I be honest with you guys? Life gon' life. Life is gonna life. Life is going to absolutely life. When you make a decision to do something great in your life, guess what? It's always gonna be something. And so the easiest thing that you can do is you can be positive. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens to you. That's what makes the successor. That's what gives you success because it's a guarantee. Anybody that has ever had any kind of level of success, they have gone through it. And what they did was they didn't focus on the current situation. They focused on where they were going. Staying positive is going to be critical when it comes to your success here in the community. All right. So events to attend. Let's go through this. So we have our weekly coaching sessions, okay? There are tons of weekly things taking place. Today is Friday onboarding. Every Wednesday, we have our BPC system training. Every Monday, we have our coaching sessions, our group coaching sessions, but also a chance for you to come on, get on camera, share your wins to the community. And by the way, the people that share the wins that always come on every Monday with a new win, you know what that does? That actually puts you in front of a community of people that want to possibly work with you. Like let me tell you something. If I wasn't a coach, I'd make sure every Monday I would have my hand up, be one of the first with my hand up because we do limit it to a specific time because I want everybody to know who I am. Like I'm going to brag. And I'm going to brag to the point that people are going to be like, I want to work with her or I want to work with him. Does that make sense? So please plug into those. Also, we have monthly workshops, the pop-up workshop, and drum roll, everybody. Excuse me, y'all. I be corny sometimes. I can't help it. Starting in July, we're bringing back where you guys get a chance to come and speak and be one of our speakers at the pop-up workshop. This is an opportunity. When I initially came up with the pop-up workshops last year, the sole purpose was to create opportunities for you guys to get exposure as well as generate leads. If you do events, just drop in the chat, y'all. Anybody who ever done a workshop, let's just say you've done an event with at least 75 people in attendance. How much did it cost you to find the event space, to market for it, to get all the materials, the graphics, and all the things? What did that cost you in time? And this is for those who actually had 75 people show up. Put that in the chat and let me know. Because one of the things I know is that you need to be doing workshops. But the bigger challenge is, how do I get the butts in the seats? So we're going to be creating now, starting in July, where in its limited speaking spots. So we don't want to have a speaking event with 25 different speakers. It's 5 speakers, and you must be a member of BPC in order to get the spot. There is an investment, but this investment is designed for us to be able to use that to market, to promote, as well as to get you the leads. Hello? So drop that in the chat, but that's every month. And then our mastermind is going to be May 30th and 31st. Y'all, we working on a whole lot of stuff. One of the things that, we were talking about the other day is we realized that all of you guys are on different levels, right? Everybody is at a different level when it comes to their business and understanding. And so for this particular mastermind, the theme of this mastermind is, number one, identifying where you are based on our 5-level framework, and then being able to give everybody real actionable steps. So this mastermind is going to be different. It's going to be phenomenal. And we do make it available for anybody that is not even a member. So if you are a BPC Mastery member or above, it's, hold on. You see, we got a little error right there. So if you are a BPC Mastery member or above, guess what? It's $1,500. If you are a foundations, that means you're a member, but it's free. That means it's $3,000. And for non-members, it is $5,000. Look, Yolanda says I invested $2,500 to get 75 people to my event, right? It's not cheap, y'all, to do events. And people don't even understand. Like, I see a lot of even influencers today, no disrespect, but I see a lot of influencers today doing in-person workshops because it's honestly one of the best ways to convert. But in order for them to do these events, they've got 20, 30 people as speakers. Anybody else seen that? 20? The max we're going to ever have is going to be 5 of our BPC members, and then, of course, our BPC coaches. And then I was looking at, the gag is, I was looking at an influencer that just had an event the other day and had all these big name influencers at their event. The flyer had to have at least like 25 people on the flyer. Okay. When I looked at how many people attended, it looked like about 50 to 60 people in that room. So that means half of the people in attendance were the speakers. So that's why you not only want to attend the pop-up workshop to see how it is done, especially for those who are coaches, but you want to participate. Does that make sense, everyone? Make sure I add myself back to the screen. I just wanted to zoom it in. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle said, this is so informative. I'm so glad you are enjoying this. All right, so let's talk about the mastermind dates. We have, again, our mastermind is coming up May 30th and 31st. Our next mastermind for our elite and above is August 22nd and 23rd. And then the last mastermind of 2026 is 21st through the 22nd. Anybody can RSVP. However, depending upon your tier of membership, if you're elite, not only do you get to come, you get to bring a guest that is not a BPC member or a previous member or a previous attendee. If you're mastery, foundations, or non-members, you still can come, but there is an investment. All right? Okay. And remember, I am going to open it up for questions. We are going to, because I'm going to be bringing on one of our amazing BPC members who's getting ready to close it out. But before we do that, I want to go into the 2 main platforms that every single one of you guys should be having access to. Now, what I'm going to tell you today, if you do not have access to the software, what the investment would be. And every single one of you guys have the opportunity to actually go ahead and get access to the software today. Okay. So I'm going to go over that, but let's get into some things first. So let's first talk about the school community. All right. The school community. And so let me pull this up. Child, these just the screens. Let me just show y'all the school community, okay? So right here, this is our school community, and this is where you will be able to connect with other members, as well as see all the training and find out all the things that are taking place with our community. And as you can see, we have people that are joining in and absolutely introducing themselves, which we want everybody to do. Make sure you come on in and introduce yourself. A couple of things you want to pay close attention to every single month. Every single month on the first Monday, I do the first Monday coaching session. We are always looking to see who is most engaged. And as you can see, our top engager is Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills. By the way, this resets every 30 days. So this month, Stevie was already one of our top engagers. She's got something that's coming to her. It's probably not going to be to her house by the time we have our first Monday meeting, but she's got a really, really cool gift. What I like to do is I like to reward those who are participating in the community. So being active and engaged. So we give something to the first, second, and third place. Only thing is you also have to be live on the Monday meeting, right? And so Stevie's won 2 months in a row. She's been able to get something as a gift, right? So being engaged has its rewards. The next thing is the classroom. This is where you get all of your courses. Now, as of right now, you see we have, what is this? 3, 6, 9, 11 courses. Oh, it's say right there. But we're going to have additional courses that are about to be added, guys. So make sure that you plug in. And these are going to be courses for all members. However, if you want access to some of these additional courses, you would have to upgrade, right? You would have to upgrade. Let me kind of move this around. And also for a limited time, you guys can get a copy of my ebook from book to book, from book to booked. This is going to be, I'm going to be having a printed copy come out very soon. And so you guys can get a chance to download the ebook. I'm still in the editing phase, but at least you can get the content, right? So, classroom, calendar. This is where you guys want to go to see all the stuff that's coming up. So you see right here, new member orientation. Tomorrow we have a conference, a virtual conference called the Overcoming Conference. Everybody's invited, men, women, younger, tall, shorter, everybody. Okay. This is a collaborative book that we put together. And as you can see, it's filled. Yes, it's a lot of ladies. I'm so excited though, because our next one, we got some more men, but we also have our co-founders, Brian Johnson, Ash Cash, and yours truly, that's going to be a part of that. But please click on the calendar to see all the stuff that's coming up. Members, this is our directory of members, so you can see all of the different members that are here as well. So make sure to plug into that. You can join the community again for FREE. If you want access to the training, all you have to do is simply update. Oh, I'm sorry, I done left the comments all on the screen. My bad. I need to update it so it just automatically goes off. But you can join for FREE. FREE, y'all. And if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade and get access to the trainings as well as some of like the Monday night trainings and some of the courses, okay? So let's do that. Yes, congratulations to Stevie as well, right? I can't wait. Yep, 3 months. Oh, excuse me. 3 months in a row, y'all. 3 months in a row, Dr. Stevie has been one of our top contributors. Get me together, girl, because yes, we need to make sure that you get all that recognition. We love to reward our members who are engaged, right? Okay. And let's see, almost done, y'all. Almost done. I want to show you guys the software. Okay. So let me tell you something. Okay. Let me tell you something. Guys, this software is literally a game changer. And I am going to be doing a special training Saturday, May 30th for anybody that can come in early. It will include lunch. And so it's going to be for about 15 people that want to fully engulf themselves in understanding this software. And so the software is a white labeled software called High Level. And what we do is we actually use this software. We've white labeled it as the BPC system. The reason why I recommend using us, because we not only provide you with training. So right here, when you log into the software, you'll see on the bottom left-hand side that says BPC system training. We're going to be adding some additional features and functions for you guys. but we also provide support. Okay. We have templates. And so on that Saturday, May 30th, I'm going to be showing you guys about the AI that's already integrated within the system, but also how to use external AI, guys, to really be able to kill this thing. Like, one of the bigger challenges I know sometimes I have is always being able to check my emails that come through. Well, we already have it built in where it can actually reply to your emails, it can reply to your text messages. We could even have it to call out to your leads and have them to book a sales call with you. And so we're going to be going over a lot of stuff, but you can also plug into our Wednesday trainings. If you do not have a CRM, and that means literally a tool that is designed to help you run your entire business, guys, you have to do it. This is no more trying to just kind of piecemeal things together. And I used to be one that would not necessarily say like all in one. I didn't know if I wanted an all in one software, baby, because I used to pay for Active Campaign, ClickFunnels, Easy Texting. I also used to pay for this tool that helped me look at my reports. I cannot remember the name of it. I used to also pay for what else I paid for? All types of stuff, yeah. And now, literally, everything is all in one. And I'm going to tell you why I don't like, for example, I can go into the software. Let's say Dr. Stevie booked an appointment with me last week, or let's say 3 months ago. And Dr. Stevie showed up to the appointment. We got great notes, and now she's booking another appointment. I can go into the software and see the notes from the call. I can even see if we do it a call, I can see the recording of the call. I can see that she showed up for the call and everything. Let's say I have another person, Jane Doe. Jane Doe booked an appointment with me last year and she didn't show up. And then she booked another appointment and didn't show up. Now she done booked the third appointment. I can go and look in the software and see she didn't show up to my 2 previous meetings. She don't know. And then respond, tell me why she didn't show up. I'm canceling it. You're not going to just keep booking up appointments on my calendar. I also can see how many times Jane Doe clicked on certain links from emails. I can also see if Jane Doe has ever purchased products from me. I can also see if Jane Doe has replied or emailed me back. It's just all in one. You want it. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, guys. Well, listen, that's my part. I'm wrapping it up. That was it. I am about to pass this over. But before I do, for everybody that is listening to me, I want to share something real quick, if you guys don't mind. I have 2 new books that are coming out. 2 new books that are coming out, and oh, y'all can see it, right? Y'all can see the screen. I did it another way, but that's okay. Y'all can still see it, right? So I have 2 new books that are coming out. One is called Freed, Facing Reality, Embracing Emotion and Deliverance from Depression. 1 in 5 people will experience depression in some way, shape, form, or another. Some are a little bit more heavier than others, but it is a conversation and a topic that we're seeing more and more that is important, not only as adults, but specifically for our youth. I have this book coming out. And then I also have my book From Book to Booked, which is going to literally show you how to turn your story into getting you booked on stages and everything. Well, for the time being, right now, every single one of you guys have the opportunity to literally be in both of the books. You get to be in both of the books. And if you have a story, you are a brave soul and you want to share your story of battling through depression, which that's why I'm going to tell you guys, one of my most healing actions I ever took was when years ago I did this video and I was telling people I was going through depression. I was secretly battling it. I was very functional. I was still building my business, but I was a mess. And when I dropped that video, I had that. In fact, if you go search YouTube and search Taria Avant depression, you're going to see thousands of comments, maybe hundreds. But what's even more sad is how many of them were children. I didn't realize that as a leader, by me trying to push through and battling this, how many people were looking up to me and thinking that life was just perfect. So it's important for me to make sure that I'm always transparent in the way that I can be. And so I am offering for everybody, if you just buy one of the books, you get the other one for free. So buy one, get one free. You're also going to be included in both of the books. That means your name, city and state, and your business and website. And if you buy two books, that means you'll get two copies of Freed, one that you can gift to someone, as well as you'll get a copy of From Book to Booked. And guess what? You also get to share, because it's only 10 slots. I think I'm down to 8 spots left. You also get to share. Normally, I would charge hundreds and hundreds, but this is a purpose project. You get to share a story, your story of pushing through depression. And I'm gonna be honest, even if you slightly are still dealing with it, this is the first step to healing. So if you go to special.visionavant.com, that is how you can actually get your copy. And it's, again, literally only one. If you buy one copy for $20 plus shipping, you get both. And I will be sending those out next month. Aren't these covers beautiful? And the forward for Freed is going to be written by Brian Johnson, and the forward for From Book to Book Booked is written by Ash Cash, my two business partners. What a blessing, right? Okay. Well, that's it. Again, y'all, please lock in, get that ASAP. That is going to be ending this weekend. However, I'm only down to 8 more spots. So if you buy 2 books, you literally get a chance to be able to tell your story. And this is not the time to be ashamed. This is not the time to not think that nobody needs to hear it, because there is somebody that looks just like you that is not knowing what to do or thinking that they're by themselves. And the truth is none of us are. We are all going through stuff. And so that's the link. All right, y'all. So who's ready for the final portion of today? And then we'll open it up for questions. If you are ready for this final portion, I'm going to get ready to bring on this young lady who is just doing some phenomenal things as well. She is a part of our Book Rich Profits Club community. And because of what she does, guys, I felt that she would be the perfect fit to be the one to help run these onboarding meetings. Effective with being booked and busy, because
All right. Okay. Are you back?
oh, y'all wasn't hearing me.
I couldn't hear you.
Did y'all not hear me this whole time? I was running my mouth. Okay, well, I was saying that she's going to be closing us out. I don't know if y'all could hear me. I hope y'all could. But yes, so she's going to be closing us out. Oh, it froze a little bit. Oh, the
Mhm.
ghetto. Okay, well, I was giving her a great introduction. But yes, y'all, let's give it up to our productivity coach, none other than Nishika Melton.
Thank you, Coach Taria. So I am going to pick up where she left off. As she mentioned, I am the onboarding specialist for BPC. Hey, Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills. I still have to give your whole government because that's how I was introduced to you. I am the onboarding specialist for BPC. And so what I'm going to do is just pick up where she left off. Let's see if we can't make this a little bit bigger. And want to shout out those who are in the Facebook group from Madison, Wisconsin and Detroit. Hello, hello, hello. Glad you all could join us. Can y'all see that? Okay, let me know in the chat because it's not. I'm playing with it and it's not. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So with our BPC system, Coach Taria has gone through that. And if you continue to have questions with it, make sure you join those Wednesday calls that take place at noon. Definitely want you to know about the BPC team. Just real quick, she mentioned our founders, which is Coach Taria, Coach Ash, and Brian, and everyone else. You will get the opportunity to engage with throughout your membership. And if you have not joined yet, because remember, Coach Taria said you are able to join for free. All you have to go do is go to bookrichprofitsclub.com and you are able to join and test it out. And if you have been so impressed by everything that you're hearing today and you're like, I'm ready to move because I'm a mover and a shaker, go ahead and level up and join. Now, if you are a member and you have billing questions, this email is your best friend, and it's support@bookrichprofitsclub.com. If you having questions with school, again, your best friend is support@bookrichprofitsclub.com. BPC system questions, your best friend is support@bookrichprofitsclub.com. So the moral of the story is any questions that you have, you are going to go to support@bookrichprofitsclub.com. Now, as far as our new members, we want to make sure that you fill out the new members form. So you can take a screenshot of this to make sure that you remember the steps of where to go. But you're going to log into school, go to the classroom tab, then click where it says welcome to BPC. That's what it looks like. And then make sure you fill out the form based on your membership level. These blue links right here are your levels, so make sure you click on the right one. Okay? bookrichprofitsclub.com is where you want to go to join. Now, here's your checklist to make sure you have completed all the steps that you need for success in this community. Attend onboarding, check, because you're on it right now. Complete the onboarding form. If you remember, Coach Taria mentioned implement quickly. So as soon as we are done with this call, take the 2 minutes and complete that form. Go ahead and access the school community. Introduce yourself. Let us know who you are and what you do so that we can network with one another. And make sure you add the weekly calls to your calendar. Yes, we have them in the school calendar, but you want to make sure to add them on your calendar and set the reminders so that you know to be on. And again, your best friend, while you are a BPC member, support@bookrichprofitsclub.com. That is your best friend. Where do we post our introductions? Yes, Crystal, you post them in, when you go into the school community, there's a section, there's a tab that says start here. Start right there and you're able to post your introductions as well as in announcements. Thank you for your question and thank you for engaging. All right, y'all. And the last thing I'm going to do, that which Coach Taria always has to remind me anytime I do this, I am also a productivity strategist. So what that means is I help you take that idea, that amazing idea that you have, Hold on. Can y'all? So when I added my flyer, it removed me from this thing. Okay, child, we just going through that today. So let me say it again. So you all, I am a productivity specialist, and I'm going to say it quickly. What I help you do is go from idea, vision to implementation. Okay? From idea to implementation. And I help you do that by giving you simple steps, simple strategies. Thank you, Quantum Family, for letting me know. I appreciate it. Simple strategies that actually work. I help you regain a minimum of 10 hours back into your week. You don't have to sacrifice your family. You don't have to sacrifice your peace. You don't have to sacrifice your sleep. You don't have to sacrifice any of that by working with me. Okay, so if you have your phone, you can do the QR code and it will take you directly to my website. If not, you go to mindingmybusiness.vip slash 10 hours. Mindingmybusiness.vip slash 10 hours. And that will give you the opportunity to work with me and we can build your success together in a healthy manner. Now, see some questions
Yes.
coming in.
We're gonna what we'll do is oops, Lord, hold on, y'all. So I'm gonna have us show you guys all these different things, but let me go to, oh, that's what it is. The initial these layers over here. So I'm like, what are we doing? Okay, so let me do this. There we go. There we go. It. And we're using a software called EVMux. You can stay on the screen with me too, Nishika. So I want to show you guys. Hold up. Stop the screen because I'm sharing the wrong thing. I want to share a specific tab first. Let me first go over some of the answers just to show you guys these things. Okay. So, all right, add it to the scene. All right, so everybody should be able to see the school community. So, first question is, how do we introduce ourselves? So, what you do when you log into school, it says write something. This is where you would do it, and you would just go and put announcements. Or if you want to share some wins, you can go here. If you have like a specific question that you need help with, you use the category questions. If you have a question about the all-in-one software, you would select BPC. So that is how you actually ask your questions. The difference between the free membership, which is forever, and the membership of upgrading to mastery, which is premium here, it's called premium, is, well, first of all, the investment, that's just 5 books. So being able to sell 5 books, so I'm gonna be honest, if you are in a community called Book Rich, you should at least have an expectation that you're gonna sell at least 5 books a month, right? So that covers your membership. The difference is that number one is you only get access to the Monday night group sessions and the replays if you are an active member at mastery or above. Okay, that's premium or above, right? If you are not, then you'll see it here on the calendar, but you cannot access it. Also, the courses at mastery or above, you get access to the 5K and 5 day challenge, as well as the write a book in 3 days course that literally shows you step by step. I'm actually writing the book from book to booked in this training. And I did it in days, utilizing, of course, knowledge that I've already had, but utilizing this software, AI and things like that to help. And I'm showing you step by step. We also give you resources from editors, formatters, cover designers, etc. So that's the difference, is that you're getting access to these group coaching sessions. And of course, if you want to upgrade to elite or accelerator, I will tell you that you cannot just sign up for elite or accelerator. You actually have to schedule a meeting with one of our team members. And the reason is because we're not just doing this to take people's money. And I'm going to be transparent. There are some people that will invest into programs that they are not ready for. And so we don't want you investing into elite and you're not ready to do elite. So you actually have to schedule a call and be with one of our team members. Let's see. Got all the books. Looking forward to contributing. Awesome. Thank you. All right, definitely booking a session. Absolutely. Yes. And so for our members, $2,500 if you are a member to do a one-on-one session. If you're not a member, it does start at 10,000. Just know that with the one-on-one session, as a non-member, you're going to get a little bit more. You're going to get some pre-work, and we're going to start making sure too. Everybody that comes in that does their blueprint with us is going to actually have to do the training that we're going to be launching this weekend, which goes over identifying who your audience. Because most people, we get on these calls, y'all, and people don't know. And matter of fact, Nishika, maybe I'll have you share a little bit about that. But we get on these calls, and most people really don't know who they serve, and this takes up all of the call. When the goal is, when you get on the strategy session, is to identify your strategy to serve the people you want to. And what I want to ask of you, Nishika, is why is it important as well, do you feel, that you identify who you want to serve and what problems versus me coming up with that? Because I don't think that, for me, it's the best way to do that. I think that you got to figure those things out. Why do you think that's important?
Well, one of the reasons that it's important is because if you're telling me who I need to be serving or who you think I need to be serving, that may not be where my desire and my heart is. And so, yeah, I'm going to look at you and I'm going to nod like a deer in headlights. And then when I'm not in front of you anymore, I'm not going to do it because that's not where my heart is. And to your point, one of the things that you have always taught is niches get riches. So once you niche it down, then that also helps clear the fog and the overwhelm out of your mind because you're not trying to serve everybody. You're not trying to create something for everybody to get involved with. You narrow it down and it makes sense.
Absolutely. There you go. And then that is the key. And I'm so glad you said that, because a lot of times people are like, well, can you just help me to identify? No, because if you are not passionate about it, you're not going to do it. And as soon as you end up getting into a hurdle, you're going to give up. And that's another reason why it's important too, to not look at what other people are doing and think that, okay, I see them winning, let me jump on that bandwagon. Because I promise you, if you don't have a passion for it, you're not, when the challenges come, because guess what? No matter, when you are operating in purpose, pain comes with it. It's going to happen. You're not going to want to do it. And I can tell you with 100% assurity that I would do this. Like, if I could do this regardless of what the profit looked like, I would do what I do because I love it.
Right.
I just also know that people also respect what they paid for. So once we figured out what you're passionate about, guys, then it's easier for you to serve. And it's also important when we say niches get riches. And so saying I want to serve all people, like, I'll give you an example, Nishika. I was doing a blueprint call the other day with a young lady, bless her heart. And she had about four different type of people. She had people that had, and I'll just make up different ones because I don't want y'all to know who I'm talking about. But let's just say, for example, she started off with, I want to help hairstylists learn how to live healthier lives. And then I want to help real estate agents. And then I want to help high school kids. And then I want to help single mothers.
None of those categories are thinking about the same thing.
They're not. It makes it very, very difficult, guys, to market to four different type of people. And I'm gonna tell you guys, like, when you know who your niche audience is, it makes it easier to market. So I was like, and I'm not saying that you can't serve all four of those people, right? I mean, right, Nishka, we can help everybody in the world, but when it comes to narrowing down on how you market yourself, it makes it difficult. So what I was trying to explain to her is, you got to pick one of those and you got to figure that out. All of those are elements of who you were or who you are, but the truth is, pick one and you can build a seven-figure business off of that. And so, absolutely. All right. Well, look, we've got a lot. Does anybody have any questions? If not, we're going to get ready to wrap it on up. We have 3 more minutes until the top of the hour. And so, yes, you have to build. and whatever you guys want to call it, avatar, target audience, everybody has different names for them. We are going, again, like I say, we're going to have a training that's going to be uploaded, guys, for you guys by the end of the weekend, at the latest by Monday. So some of you guys on the holiday, you'll be able to work through this. But identifying who you serve is going to be life changing. I'll say this, Nishika, and I don't know if you plugged into Brian's call. Brian's call and the way that he explained it, for a lot of people, I think made like a big click for
Yep.
people, right?
Yes.
On learning how to tell your story, because many
Mhm.
of us, we're trying to cover all aspects of our life, but figuring out an area that you can pinpoint. So I'm going to give you an example. I had another young lady who did a blueprint call. I can't remember exactly. I think, oh yeah, she does real estate development, and she wants to
Mhm.
help people to invest in the real estate, which I know you also do real
I'm a
estate as well.
realtor.
Which,
Yeah.
this is what's funny, y'all. While Nishika is a realtor, she's primarily promoting productivity. So yes, she does, and she sells and makes money in this
Yes.
space. But
Yes.
she's marketing that she's working to the person who's underproductive. Okay. So that's why you gotta connect to this, y'all. So anyway, so she's a real estate developer. And at first she's like, I just want to help women develop wealth. And I was like, every woman wants to develop wealth. Like, I've never met a woman that said I want to be broke.
Not narrowing one.
Not narrow one. Not narrow one. And so I started asking her, tell me a little bit about your story. And she was like, yeah, because after I listened to Brian, I realized that I've got to start being truthful. And I'm gonna just kind of tell y'all what the story was. She was married for a long time. Her and her husband were able to build a seven-figure business together. So they were the breadwinners in their family. And she said, not only was I accustomed, and this is a difference, because you do have marriages where the woman might be the housewife. She's not really bringing in any income,
Mm-hmm.
and that is okay, and it's still a seven-figure household.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also have seven-figure household where both are contributing. And so she was one of those. She was also building her own business. She's a superstar, and so was her husband. So they were used to being breadwinners in both families and everything. And she was accustomed to a certain lifestyle. Well, they went through a divorce. And when she went through the divorce, unfortunately, it was like a big shift. Now everybody that used to be asking for help and I need money for this, everybody got advice on what they should and should not be doing. Hello, that's never been in this experience, right? And she said, I felt like I had to physically move because I felt like people just did not understand what I was doing. Like, it's a different level. It's a different level when you're accustomed to being a woman who has generated over seven figures with your husband, to now
Yeah.
it's just me by myself and I'm rebuilding all over. I said, you know how many other women have gone through that though? That have been also working businesses or working jobs, married, now they're going through a divorce. And so they're at a different mindset than a woman who was just a housewife. No disrespect, she's just a housewife and she doesn't really know. So you're targeting the women who come from the space where I had a certain lifestyle that I was accustomed to. I was out here working, but now I need a community of other women who can relate to some of the problems I'm dealing with. Does that make sense, Nishika?
125%.
Once we went through that, now we know who she talking to, because it's different messaging. It's
Exactly.
it's different messaging. And so now she's, oh man, she's so fired up. And yes, she's still helping women to develop wealth, but she's helping in a different target. And she's in, and there's millions of people who can relate to this every single day. There's tons of people. So, anyways, last and parting words you would like to leave before we wrap this party on up, darling.
I would just say, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you are still on the fence about whether or not you need to be a part of this community, go ahead and get the access while there is free access. And
Yes.
let that help you decide. Because once you get a taste, it's like, Pringles. You can't eat just one. You're gonna you're going to upgrade because you're gonna want it all. Okay, I'm done.
There you go. So listen, y'all, make sure y'all plug in. Nishika dropped her details as well, for you guys to plug in. Also, if you want a copy of the book, make sure y'all go to, hold on, let me move the little thing up off of here. special.visionavant.com. I'm gonna have you add your thing to the overlay next time, just because so that way we can be on the screen and
Yes.
but yes, guys, it's been a privilege and a pleasure. We'll see you guys. Well, you might not see me. You're probably gonna see Michigan next week, but we'll see you guys on our next onboarding or see you on our next group session. This Monday, though, it is Memorial Day. We're not gonna have a BPC meeting, but you guys will have some homework though. So just be on the lookout for your homework. God bless you all, and talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. Let me put a little overlay right here. There you go. And there we go. And we're